Well, good morning, traders. Traders, whatever. Hello, traders. All right, this is Trading Logic live stream, and we're back at it again. We're gonna see what we come up with today. Hopefully, it'll be as an exciting day as Friday was. I don't know though. Market's a little bleh right now. Um, but hopefully it'll be as an exciting day as it was on Friday. Friday was a great day, man. Except for me. my my TOS glommed all of my computer memory for some reason and shut me down. So instead of making about $3,000, I made 200. But you know what? It was green, and you're gonna have technical failure days from time to time. It happens. So, you know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? You just got to live with it. But the day was green, so that's fine for me. I don't care if it's $20 green or $20,000 green, as long as it's not red. That's the key to all of this. But again, that's why they always say, and it makes sense, not, only trade what you can afford to lose. Because I had that technical problem, and I very easily could have lost a ton of money if I got bought and couldn't get out while I was rebooting for 10 minutes. I could have lost a ton of money. So it's just, it's good practice. You know what I mean? Don't be a gambler. Don't be a gambler. Now, there's one thing I just want to check, because I'm not 100% sure. If you could just give me a yes or a no if the connection is good. We're still working through this stuff. A little bit of a nightmare, but if you could just in the chat thing just say yes or no if it's a good connection. And then once I see somebody do that, then we'll get on to the stocks for the morning, which is pretty interesting. Yes. All right. Kay Kennedy. Kay Kennedy. Excellent. Beautiful. Thank you, sir. And now I know it's sir because you told me. Anyway, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, so, so Friday was fun. Friday was a lot of fun, except for my technical glitch, but it was still fun, and people made money, and that made me happy. Now, the first one we have today is EVOC. Now, EVOC, it has some decent news. One nice thing is H.C. Wainwright has upgraded EVOC to a buy, and announced a $10 price target, which is a plus. That's always a plus. That'll always give us, not always, I'm sorry when I say that, but most of the time, that will give a stock a nice boost. It's not going to get them to, what do you call it? To the $10 usually. That's not going to happen. But most of the time, that's not going to happen. But here we have H.C. Wainwright, 5-star ranking from this particular analyst. He's got a 5-star ranking, which means he's right a lot. Buy position, price target $10. That was upgraded. That's an upgrade on 622. So that's definitely a plus. That's definitely a plus. Yeah, and sometimes like this one's at, I don't know, it was at $2 or whatever it was, and it got a pop to like $5. So generally you're not going to see the number they predict. That number is like within the next year it's going to go to $10, but it gives it a little fluff, moves it up a little bit. So we have a trigger number of 326. Now, it's not often where I will say a stock has a potential to numbers that could be a trigger number. Very rare that I'll say that. But this is one of them. And I hate saying that because it's almost like I'm not making a decision, but literally the decision is 50-50 on this, whether the trigger number is 326 or 392. I mean, clearly right now, 392 looks like that might be the winner, but 326 also could be. So this is one of those where you have to go with your gut a little bit. If it drops to the 392 number and you feel confident and you feel like it's going to move nicely, then you jump in. If you, you don't feel good about that, wait for it to get to the 326. So I'm going to wait and see what it does first. Because I'd rather do that, while the market's going on. There's no way to make that decision right at this minute. Let's see, 326, and I just need to, on my other chart, on the chart that I used, program I used to buy with, I'm just putting that 392 in there as well. I forgot to do that earlier. Okay, so the very rare double line trigger, extremely rare, and there's a fairly big gap in between the two of them. I mean, we're talking 70 cents or whatever, something like that, 68 cents, whatever. But it's a fairly big gap in between the two. So depends, if you're feeling froggy, you just go ahead and jump for it. If not, then you wait. Totally up to you, obviously. Your money, win or lose, it's your money. Now, let's see. But there is some good stuff going on about it. But you do have to remember, at 505, the stock is up pretty high. I'd be surprised if it went over $5. But if it did, I think your ridiculous high would be this line here, which would be 599 area. I think like ridiculous profit line. I'd be shocked if it went over that. I really would. But you never know. There was a time back here where we got up to 1098. All the way back in what was that? In 2016, it looks like, I think. So it can pop. It's popped. It's had some nice pop-ups. Not monster ones, but nice pop-ups over the last couple of years. So we'll see what it does. Okay, so next we will have. Oh, I forgot to tag that one. No wonder I couldn't find it. Okay. Next we will have Huge. Huge. Huge, we had this on the list. I don't know when that was, but it was not that long ago. But that number, that 589 number, is still valid. So you got to wait for this thing to get up to 589. And then you got a 670 number there, and so on and so forth. 714, 749, and I'm not holding out a lot of excitement for this stock today because the volume's very, very low, but it's still around that trigger number. So and it popped up this morning in the gap scanner, and it's right around the trigger lines. So I'm going to keep that one alive and see what happens with that. Now our buddy from the other day, AMS, is back. It was an easy morning for me. I didn't have to make any lines on like 2 or 3 charts. I'll get to more of that. So 310, as you can see, it hit 310 just a little while ago, like 2 minutes ago or whatever. No, 10 minutes ago. It hit the 310 line 10 minutes ago. So let's hope that it can make a little run back to it and then make a nice run up to maybe 370 range. This stock doesn't trade very heavily volume wise generally. So we had one day where it had a big volume surge, and that was on June the 15th. Yeah, we traded it on the 19th, and I think we did okay with it, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. Still doesn't matter. None of it matters. It was yesterday, or the day before, But here's June 19th right here. So that's what it did. It was all hard red on the 19th. But look where it keeps hanging out. It keeps hanging out at that trigger line. Monster day here, green. Monster day here, red. Monster day here, red. But always pulling back to this trigger line. So this is the number that we see some green start to come in around here. This is one I'll get excited about for a little bit, for sure. Let's see. Aha. Look what's back in play. BYFC, the moneymaker from Friday. It's re-triggered. Yes, it has. Friday was over. It went, took a nice long rest in the aftermarket and the pre-market. Boom, right back to our line of $3.81. Right back to it. Amazing. It was here, shot all the way up to 723, worked its way back down, popped one more time over here real quick. Well, actually, no, here, and then faded into the aftermarket. Blah, 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 blah. And now here we are in the morning. Boom, we're back on the line again. So let's hope that it works back to our 381 line again. And maybe, because this line is definitely still valid. I mean, it'll take months of trading before this line would change. Months of trading in totally different numbers before this line would become not a valid line. So it's exciting. This one's back in play again. I don't know if it's going to do the same type of move that it did the other day. I mean, that was a really, really nice move. The one that I got to miss. Yes, I'm still talking about that. There's no analyst ratings on it or anything like that. So, and there's really no like wonderful catalyst news either still. And I don't understand it. I really, truly don't understand it. I mean, literally the last news of any sort I can find on this is in February. The CEO of the company bought $54,000 worth of shares. That's it. That's all I can find. And it was pretty busy in February. They were buying a lot of shares, these guys, the director and the CEO and CFO and chief lending officer. They were all buying shares. So I guess they had some confidence in what was going to happen here. But that was back in February. That was before even all the COVID madness hit and everything else. So, but they didn't sell it. It doesn't show that they sold it. So, loaded up with steel right there. Those guys like holding it through the COVID, man. That took some nerve. But so there's that, and LMFA. Why is that? Let's see something here real quick. Oh, look at this. Oh man, look at this. Lines I didn't draw today that I drew the other day. Look at it. It triggered right here. Right here. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Huh. $1.49 up to 219 to 28 it went. Hey, that might happen today. I'm just going to jot it down. I'm not going to put it on a chart. And if I remember from time to time, which I probably won't, because I just don't remember stuff like that usually. But I'm just gonna write it down, and we'll see. All right. So that's not part of the program today. So just let you know. Although it might be, you never know. It might wake up here. Now I have a couple of dark horse things that I'm not really putting out as something that you want to hang your hat on, but just something to little thumbnail chart or something you can put up somewhere, so you can keep an eye on it. THTX. All right, this one's hanging out right here at this 260 line, and that's actually the number. 260 is the trigger number on this. I don't know how well this one's going to do. I don't have any, lines to get out on this thing. It would have to be more of a let's see how the price action's doing at that moment. I mean, possibly we might get to 325 on this if you buy in at 260. So, I mean, I guess I could put that down in 325 number. But this is a tough one. It doesn't have good solid info to work with. So just kind of take this one with a grain of salt. It's not, it's not like a monster feel real good pick. But you know what? It does have potential. It's going to need volume, that's for sure. It's got a fairly high float, so most of the time, fairly high float. It's going to move a little bit on the slower side. Although it went from, $2 to $3, not too bad this morning. But it has some really good news about some cancer studies that it's doing. So apparently they're very good studies. I'm not a scientist or a doctor, so I don't know what they actually mean. But they're going to present some sort of cancer drug excuse me, at the American Association for Cancer Research virtual annual meeting. So I guess that's good. I don't know. We're going to find out. But I just can't with a lot of conviction say this is definitely a good one. But again, keep an eye on it. This is not one of my recommendations I'm putting out. This is purely just, just to keep an eye on. Now there's another one, same thing, same boat, TTPH. All right, TTPH, same deal. It's got some news. It received a unsolicited buyout proposal from LaJolia, that's pretty awesome if it's unsolicited. That means somebody's watching what they're doing, they like what they're doing, and they'll spend some money to buy the thing. It's not like TTPH is out like begging people to buy their company. They're just coming in every day doing their business. Now all of a sudden somebody's like, hey, we want to buy you. So that can give you a nice boost, which it seems to have done already, 264 to 350. But I've got a line of 264 again, a trigger line of 264. And when the market opens, if it gets to the 264, it may do a nice little bottom bounce and skip up, and you might make some money on this one. But again, this is not a recommendation. This is just something to keep an eye on, keep it on the side. All right, and I think Let me see. Was there anything else I was looking at? I think that covers it. Pretty sure. So, with that being said, we got 10 minutes to the bell. And if nobody has any questions or anything, I am going to go grab a cup of coffee. Because it's one of those mornings. Definitely need a cup of coffee. But don't forget, folks, we are right now, current record, 61-4. And kudos to you guys who stay in here and take advantage of this stuff, man. 61-4 with 27 straight green days. Awesome. Awesome. 12K winner. Somebody made 12K the other day on one trade. Nice. Nice. I don't like to call out the specific names because, it's not the right thing to do. But did a nice job on that one. And, there he is. Hey, John, how you doing? Good morning. I was just announcing I'm going for a cup of coffee. It's one of those mornings. So I'm going to go grab a quick cup. I'll be right back. Okay, back again. Maybe just give me a little something in the chat. Make sure the connection is good. Because I don't know. I'm becoming very untrustworthy of the technology lately. I don't know why. Just a lot of weird stuff going on. Okay, let's see. Whew, twice up and down the stairs. All right, here's my morning workout. Anyway, so just to recap here, we got about 4 minutes to the bell. We got EVOK looking at a trigger of 326. Thanks, guys. Thank you very much on the let me know on the connection. We got huge, needs volume, and we got a trigger of 589. AMS is back again. We have a trigger of 310, but no news, so keep an eye on it, and you got to watch it for volume too. BYFC, the big boy, is back on the block this morning. BYFC, I'm gonna definitely hold true to the original trigger line of 381 because that number is extremely valid still. I don't know if it's going to hit it today, but if it does, I'll be ready this time. And then some outside things that don't really count. Just put them on the side and maybe something happens with them. I don't know. But TTPH is a possibility. TTPH at 264 or 260. Yeah, 264, right. And let's see, THTX, wherever that one is, here we go. THTX at 260 is a trigger on that one, possibly. Needs volume. And LMFA is back again. It hit the trigger number way early this morning, unfortunately, and ran up quite a bit. But we're still waiting for it to go back to that 149. That kills me sometimes, man, when this stuff hits the trigger numbers in the early morning. It really does. But I want to change my ways of what I do. So let's see here. I'm just setting up some of my order entries. I like to do that way ahead of time. So this way I'm not surprised. I can get in and not worry about anything. All right, so alert on EVOK. That's 310. BYFC is going to be at 381. All right, we got less than a minute, about a half a minute to go. Good luck, traders. This is my favorite part of the day. 30 seconds. 30 seconds to go. Favorite part of the day right here. It's invigorating. And there's the bell. Or maybe in 15 seconds for you guys, or it happened 15 seconds ago. I'm not sure at that whole thing how that works. That whole delay thing. All right, we've got EVOK just kind of hanging. Little move up, slight move up. There it goes. It's cranking a little bit. AMS doing its usual thing and moving real slow. Huge. Got a little bit of a volume pop there, but not too much. BYFC, we're looking to get that to 381. It's at 426 right now, so we got a couple to wait for. EVOC looks pretty strong at the moment. Let's see what it does if it can break this area of like 475 with some strength. That could really run up from where it's at right now. It actually just got added to the surging attention getter scanner as well, so but doesn't really mean anything. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Yeah, it looks like it's breaking out 475 with authority right now. Let's see what it does. See what it does. THTX closing in on 260. It's at 255. So something to think about there. So EVOC got up as high as $5, which I believe was, that was the number, the top number we had drawn out on the lines this morning. So this is the one that I talked about this morning, that you could, depending on how the price action was and how the stock was moving on EVOC, there very rarely will you tell, well, I say there's two trigger lines, but there is two trigger lines, potential trigger lines on EVOC. One is at 392, the other is at 326. The information balances out to be exactly the same for either one. So depending on how the stock is doing, 392 may be a number you'll have interest in, and totally up to you, because if it decides to hit the 326 number, it's going to have to move about almost 70 cents down. So not many people have the stones to hold on to something that long like that. Very rare you'll hear me say that. Very rare. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got today? What's going to pop first? Who's going to be the first one here? Huge, just kind of dying a slow death at the moment. BYFC, BYFC making a move to our number. It's at 411 right now. It was as low as 391. Something just popped here. AMS hit the 310 mark. I wasn't ready. I was busy messing with BY. What do you call it? Let's see here. AMS. Oh, great. I never put my dollar amount in. Okay. FS is 381. All right. Sorry, I'm talking to myself over here. That way, I'm sure I won't make any mistakes. Oh man, BYFC is like literally within 10 cents. Its low is within 10 cents of our trigger. Oh, come on. AMS right at the trigger point, right there. Very slow moving, very low volume. Keep that in mind if you decide to buy this one. It's the beauty of the trigger point. You pretty much know close to right away if a stock's going to be successful or not, and it gives you a chance to get out of it. Let's see. All right. So here we go. Trigger point on AMS. Where are we at now? 294, 310. Next candles will make or break right there as far as I'm concerned. For my, the way I would trade it anyway. Yep, looks like it's right about there. It's hit the spot, 295. Oh, well, that's trying to breathe. It's trying to breathe. Oh man, BYFC is rolling up now. It missed a stop by not. How much did it miss it by? 10 cents. Missed our trigger by 10 cents. Okay, TTPH. Let's put that one up. TTPH. I tried a trigger number as well, TTPH, but the volume again on this one is very low as well. We don't have any nice significant circuit breakers to speak of yet, unfortunately. Oh man, AMS was in the dump, and now it's trying to crawl back up again. It was right at the sell number at 290, 295. It was right at it. Back to it again. Yep, back up again. Real quick peek at EVOC over here. Looks like 392 may become the number to wait for on this today. And then BY. Oh, look at that. Look at that. 10 cents. 10 cents. 10 cents. If it got there, 381 could have wrote it up to 4.25, maybe 430, 435. Son of a gun. All right, let's see. It's not over yet. We still got time. Still got time on AMS. That's working it. EVOC trying to work its way back down to the trigger. numbers, TTPH. I tried to get there. Let's see. The TTPH, we're hoping somewhere around. What were we hoping on that one? I don't even remember. Yeah, like 265-ish. So it actually did get there, it looks like, I think. No, or did it miss it? Missed it by 2 cents. Wow. Wow. Game of inches, you know? All right. BYFC has just triggered at 381. Now, it's on a hard red candle, but I think this is a good spot to make something happen. All right, we're 392. AMS back up to the 310. So BYFC certainly does not look as strong as it did the other day on Friday. So keep that in mind. Oh, this coffee's good. Tried a new creamer today. Good stuff. Isn't this like stress-free trading so much fun? In case you're wondering, this purple line here, it says Titanic line. That's if you buy the stock and it gets below that line, it's like booking a ticket on the Titanic. That's pretty much what's going to happen to you. So stay away from the Titanic line. Don't hold this thing all the way down to there, because you'll be sorry. Is what I would say to fit into your trading plan. But myself, I would never hold it to that number. I'm just saying that's the oh no. That's the oh no spot. All right. It's rolling up nicely. 394, value 5. EVOC. Like I said, we had the 326 and the and the 392 number. So it's getting there. It's moving along. It's getting closer. Okay, so let's see here. It's going for a retap on that 381 area. So let's see what happens here. THTX was added to surging attention getters. That was one of those we were talking about this morning as a possibility, outside possibility. Let's see if BYFC has a second pop in it. We got a first pop out of it from 381 up to 397. Certainly nothing like Friday's type of number, that's for sure. Closing in on a jump out number here. We're gonna see what happens. Hopefully not. I'd like to see a second pop on this thing. But some days they just don't have it. But we'll see if this one does or doesn't. Need for this first goal on this candle would be to get over 378. Then back to 381. And then above 392. That's what we need to see. AMS is a flat so far. It hit triggered, dropped, trigger number dropped, so that's a nothing so far. And let's see, BYFC obviously is what it is for now. Let's see what happens. It triggered once. I'm trying to get a second trigger out of this thing. EVOK, just kind of sitting there. Sort of sitting there. The volume's fine, you know. It's just very slow moving. It's the float's not even that high. I mean, it's 23 million, which is it's on the high side for sure, but it's not like, you know, one of those ridiculously high. I'm just it's weird that it's trading that slowly. It's got definitely enough action going on, just not moving. I don't know if I mentioned it this morning when we first started streaming that today might be a really dull day. Well, today's a really dull day. Looks like BYFC might be hitting the pits here. I don't know. We'll see. This next candle will give us the answer. That's for sure. We got a hard channel down for the moment on this thing, so we'll see what happens. So we're looking at right now, it's got to break that channel to have any shot of doing anything. Anything at all. So let's see. Okay, it caught itself. Let's see if it can make some magic happen. AMS tailing off now, so that became a flat 0-0 trade. Boy, what a dull day. Oh my God, what a dull day. All that excitement Friday and then nothing. And then nothing. TTPH we were looking at 265, I think it was. Pretty sure that's what the number was, 265. Was it? Or no, I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, 265. Oh, BYFC. Hey guys, while you were away, I decided to drop a few more cents. Come on, man. Well, the good thing is right here, it is breaking this channel, although not with much strength at all. And it is holding a support level right around here at this like 363, 64 range. So that's some good news. That's definitely good news that it's doing that. But let's see if that translates into some nice upward movement. You can only go by what it shows you and then make decisions from there. THTX hitting the spot. Just hit it with some authority. I can't switch off of BYFC right now, but take a look at THTX making a nice move up. Nice move up. Let's see if it holds it though. We'll have to see that part. That's always an interesting part. But it definitely has some room to run if it gets up there. If this thing can crack up over like the 280 range, if it can get over that, it can easily get to $3, and it has room up to like 344. So, but we got to see what it does first though. All right, here comes BYFC roaring back. Come on. I wouldn't say roaring back, but it's you know, it's coming back anyway. So there we go. There we go. Some nice move up. 381, 381. Come on, 381. We want to get there with 380 on the ask. 380 on the ask. That's definitely a number we have to achieve. Is 381 needs to be achieved. Now come back the other way a little bit for a little pullback. All right, we should hopefully see a blast off here in the next candle, if all things remain the same on this candle. Well, we'll see. We shall see. You never know. That's the fun part about it. Fun part about it is you put yourself in a nice logical position to make some money, right? Put yourself in the best position to make money. Is any of it a guarantee? Nope. But put yourself in the smartest possible position to make money. And then when these things hit and when they trigger, it's exciting. They go. THTX, there we go, cranking. We're cranking. It's got to get to that 280 range. If it can get to that 280 range, because right now it's over 267, which, we popped 381 on BYFC. Nice. THTX, there we go. It's 267, 273. Like I say, if it can break that 280 range, we're looking good. All right. And BYFC, we're at 383. Looks like we're trying to make a new move up. New move up. Can we catch lightning in a bottle for the third time? Friday, once today, and another time today. Might be asking a lot, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's see what happens here. We need this one to pop BYFC to get up 392. That's the magic number at the moment. It's got to break 392 to show that it has strength and it's going to rock and roll. If it doesn't break that, then we've got nothing. So, see how important these trend lines are, these channel trends. Look at that. Drew the line, drew the line. We're watching it because it's holding some support here. It was weak support, but it was holding it. Let's see if it gets through it. It did. It got through it. Even on red candles, it still got through it. And look, it made a move all the way up from 363 to 383. Or actually 386. So, those lines are important. I see these lines in my sleep. I dream about them. AMS is trying to make another move up now. Very unusual looking chart on AMS I'm looking at. Very strange. THTX high of 275. Like I say, it's got to break that 280 area to be a valid contender here. All right, so BYFC struggling around the 381 right now, but we'll see if it develops a support number here. If it develops a support number at this range, 381, yeah, real good chance for it to explode. But we gotta wait and see what happens. Gotta wait and see. So far, that's 2 candles in on support, 1 on resistance. So when you switch resistance to support, that's always a very positive sign. And let's see what happens. Again, I always say that. Let's see what happens. That's what makes it fun. There we go. Looking to break that 392 number. Looking to break 392. We just touched it. Then the next number we were looking for is 396. 392. We're right at it now. 392. Here we go. Come on. We're moving. Come on. Don't forget what you're doing. You're going up. It's funny. Every time I do that like that, I'm like, come on. My dogs come running over to me like, what? What do you want? Took a dive. All right. Back up again. Yeah, we got some people trying to shake out and get take some profits. All right, that's fine. That's fine. Told you it's a valid number. A lot of activity around there. Oh no, come on, don't do that. Ugh, that's not what we want. Come on. Yeah, it didn't hold that 392 strong enough. It just popped over it. It needed to hold that 392 much with a much stronger candle, much stronger fashion, but it didn't. But let's see what happens here. Let's see. It's not dead yet. It's 379, so I mean, it's like I'm sort of talking like it's the end of the world here, but it's not. I mean, it's not very promising when it does this, but let's just see. Let's just see. There's a lot of eyes looking at this stock, I believe. Because this was a darling from Friday. I mean, there was a gajillion shares traded on Friday with this thing. So a lot of people are looking at it. Trading at 18,000. Average 18,000 a minute. So we're we definitely got some juice in the tank with this, with some interest anyway. So let's see what it does. No, 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 no. Come on. Come on. Stop that. Stop it. Let's open up the 5-minute a little bit, get some ideas what's going on here. How much different the 5-minute chart looks, right? Incredible. If you look at it from the 9 a.m. 9 a.m. or 9:30 rather. Always looks so much different. But I base almost everything off the 1-minute chart. It's when things are happening. Things are happening right now. Things aren't happening in 5 minutes or 5 minutes ago. They're happening right now. That's why I use the 1-minute chart. Never been a real big fan of like the 5-minute, 15-minute, hour, blah, 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 all of that. I just keep them because I have to, because I know some people use them, and I take a peek at them once in a while to see where we're at. See on this 5-minute, that 387 number, look at that. Pop, pop. This is looking to close that candle completely on the 5 minutes at 370. We don't want to go there though. Don't want to get there. Gonna make a monster move up now. I don't know, I'm just guessing, I'm just saying stuff. Taking a hit right now. It's going to take a hit. Going to take a hit for a minute or two here, where it looks like. Yes, indeed. That's a hit. Okay, now here's its support line that it established earlier. Let's see if it hangs on that support line. If it breaks this support line, I'm done with it. I'm not going to stay in any longer. I get in on the first pop, made some money there. The second pop, I made some. I sold some shares when it got up and over, but I kept some for the ride back down to the basement. But I want to see. I want to see if it breaks this or not. This could even potentially be a spot to get some channel, some range trade profits here. You know, you get it down around this 361, 360 range. You ride it up over to 380 range. Range trading's fun. All right, so yeah, man, this is a quiet morning. You got anything of any significance even that's the circuit breaker? No, nothing. That's the dead giveaway every day. I have a chart that shows me circuit breakers, which is here. All right, shows me halted symbols. Halted symbols. So that's what it shows me, and these symbols you see here are just garbage. They're just garbage symbols. They don't mean anything. But I don't have a way to say, just show me the really good symbols. There's no really good symbol selection process. It shows you everything. But these are all junk. They're garbage. And there's nothing good in here. Nothing. These are just, stocks to trade 100 shares, whatever. And somebody comes in and buys 500 shares, at $1 higher or something. Oh, circuit breaker. Means nothing. Means absolutely nothing. But that's how you know. That's how you know for sure. Don't even bother looking for anything that's hot at the moment, because nothing is. Nothing is hot. Nothing. AMS just floating along. EVOK floating along. I mean, it's drifting downward very slowly. THTX had a little rise up and settled down. It's like BYFC, the same thing. This stock was exploding on Friday. All of it. TTPH, same thing. LMFA, same thing. All of them, just crawling. Just crawling. I hate trading on days like this. Although this is the kind of day you want to really try to find yourself some sort of range trade. So far, BYFC looks like it is been setting up for that, from this 360 up to the 385 range, somewhere in that ballpark. So that's a thought. Definitely a thought. Yeah, we'll do this. This will be very exciting. Let's see. Boom, boom. Okay, we're going to edit that. Go. A little bit of a range area there, which it should, by all rights, be trading in. But we'll see. I don't know. It's this actually would be the area right here. It's getting right to the spot. So. And again, it's a range trade area. You're looking at an area. If you're feeling a little saucy, you want to get in a little bit earlier, fine. It means you'll make a little bit less when it gets up top, but still you'll get in. You won't miss it, so. But, I mean, this is definitely there. But you got to watch this top one. Make sure it gets back up there. It might come up a little short. So range trading, you got to watch. Sometimes you got to narrow your parameters as the range trade, as the volume decreases. generally the range decreases. So you have to keep that in mind. It doesn't usually decrease by a ton, but it's, maybe 10% on the bottom, 10% on the top, and then it just keeps decreasing until then it turns into looking like consolidation. So right now it's still in range trade. If it does, as it starts to shrink, it'll kind of do this and just stay in, let's say, around a 370 range for an hour or two or whatever, who knows, whatever. Then it's become consolidation. But right now we're still in range trade area. So just dropped to a low of 363. Now it's come up to a high of 374 here and 374 here. So you'd look for it to get up to the next level, which is 379. That's where you'd want to jump out if it taps that. That's where I would anyway. I'm not range trading this one at the moment. Not for any reason except I just keep looking at other things and it's distracting me. The best way to get out of these range trades is you just set an order entry. Automatic. Boom. 379, if it hits it, boom, you're out. $378. Personally, if I was range trading this and it hit 378, I would jump out. Because to wait for that 1 penny, if it doesn't get there, boy, do you get upset. But that's only if I'm range trading. If I'm holding it, then no. Oh, here we go. Look, we're jumping up over the 380 number, 381 number. And I get about 15 more minutes to go and I'm out for the day. Made a few bucks on BYFC. Thank you again, BYFC, for your contribution to my stock portfolio. And look at this. EVOC is getting down there close to the trigger number of 390, I believe we were at 390, 392 or 326. Remember that. 392 or 326, whatever you feel fits your range the best, then that's what you want to do. If you have interest in getting in there. Yeah, still hard to say right at the moment what's going to be a better one. MGEN was loaded onto the surging one, and I was looking at MGN this morning. Take a quick look at it. Son of a gun. Yeah, I was looking at that at around the $1.80-ish range, $1.88, $1.89 range. What is it now? Okay, so it hasn't triggered anything that I would be even worried about. Okay. I feel better now. Let's see. Why is this not saving in the history? I gotta keep typing it back in. That's weird. Well, here's what it is. Okay, so that range trade worked out if you got in it and did it. I don't know if you did or not. Hope you guys made some money today. I don't know if you did or not. It's a tough day to make money, man. I'll tell you that. Okay, almost triggering it to 392. Well, actually, no, it did trigger on a doji. The EVOC triggered at the 392 number. So if you are a 392er with conviction, like if you're a flat earther or something, you know, you got conviction, you know the earth is flat, and you feel 392 is the number, then by all means jump in. And it definitely has some strong validity, this number, for current trading at the moment. But, you know, that is a decision only that you could make. I happen to think personally, and I might get in this here, that it is, it's not a bad spot. We got a couple of red candles in a row, which is good, because that means we're going to get we should have some buying coming in shortly, which, you know, it might be a quick pop, 2-3 candle pop, but this may be a good spot. That's a good possibility. We'll have to see. I'm going to give it one candle here. This particular candle right here that we're on at 1017. I'm going to give it just a little bit and see what happens. And if you're looking to do another range trade on BYFC, it looks like it's trying to set up for another one, for crying out loud. Good Lord. Loves pulling back to that number though, right? The trigger number. Loves it. I will admit though, I do like when they trigger in a monster pop as opposed to a mini pop. But listen, it triggered 381, went all the way up to 393. That's not bad. If you're trading, let's say, 1,000 shares on that, you know, you've made a couple of bucks. You got $120 on it for what? 3 minutes? That's well worth it. It didn't. Looks like it's not going to hit the trigger number for the range trade right here. So, oh, are we possibly looking at some buying activity, excitement here? I don't know. The volume is a little bit light. See the volume pop this line right here. This trend line I drew for the volume. We need to see a pop. But I'll tell you, man, on a day like today, you just got to take what this market is going to give you. And this market is dull. It's like sitting on a porch, a back porch in Alabama, and watching bugs fly into the fire, you know? It's just so dull. So dull. And how do I know that? Because I've done that. Looks like it's falling in love with this 370 number. 371, 372, right in that range. It's kind of falling in love with that number. And it's dipping below the 360 and above the 380. So 370 looks like it's definitely fallen in love with that for the moment. For the moment. Oh, there we go. It's asking you politely if you'd like to do another range trade. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're breaking it. We're breaking it. Looks like it's over. Yep, it's over. Too bad. Now I'll wait and see if it comes back up to 381 again. Yeah, it's tanked pretty hard right here. But you know what? It brought us some. It brought us some wins this morning, though, which is nice. That's a nice thing. I'm picking up steam, going hard red here, man. Jesus. It was supposed to have done that in the other direction. Well, at least according to us, anyway. Even when I get out of them, I like to watch them because you learn. You know, especially if you have no skin in the game, you know, no dollars in there. You watch. You watch and see what they do. Get the feel. You get a feel for the market. Get a feel for how stocks move. Because we use the logic to put ourselves in the correct position to make money, and we use the feel to actually trade with. That is dead red. Dead red. So normally when this will happen, you got 4 dead red candles in a row. The next candle coming up should have a nice green pop to it after this. Because everybody sees buying opportunity. Like, oh, hey, look, it's only $3.44. This thing went up to $7 yesterday or the day before or whatever. Let's jump in there. So that's normally what'll happen. So we'll see. Let's just for kicks. Is it 340, 339, 330? Wow. Maybe it's maybe it's gonna be one more candle. Yeah, this EVOC, I think I'd feel better about the 392 number right at the moment than I would about the 326 as far as a trigger number. But everything is just so dead this morning, man. Here comes Dick Green. I was just a little bit too late. I was premature one candle. Oh, and it went red. That's fighting. Yeah. Got all sorts of bells and whistles going off over here. Well, if you remember, I drew the trend line for volume on BYFC, and I said we need to break this trend line on volume for anything to happen. Unfortunately, it broke the trend line in all red selling volume right here. So that kind of ruined things a little bit. But it hit 2 times, so, you know, you can't ask for much more than that. AMS was a flat nothing. That turned out to be a 0. It just triggered, went slightly down, trigger line, just didn't do anything. So that's a nothing. Let's see, what did Huge end up doing? It just fell off my radar completely. Yeah, it is. This Huge is flatter than an ironing board. Like I said, we needed volume on Huge, and Huge had nothing. Huge was not huge today. Huge should have been. We should call this stock FLAT today. Look at this. This is horrible. It's that kind of day, though. Definitely that kind of day. Can you believe this thing back here, June 3rd? Was it $14? It had a surge all the way up to $14. I remember. I'm pretty sure we Did we have that one on June 3rd? I don't remember. Second. What? Where's the 3rd? Is that right? Let me see. Huge, yeah. We had huge. We were looking to buy it that day at $8.26, and it went up to $14. That's nice. I think that's what happened. That's what it looks like anyway. In our forensic study. So yeah, huge was garbage. Evoc trigger 391. It's got up as high as 398 so far, so that's still in play. AMS flat. Huge was flat. BYFC triggered 2 times. THTX, we needed to get this thing to 260, but we didn't really call it out, but still it got to 260 and it got as high as 276, so if you jumped in on that one, you did okay. TTPH, oh, look at that. In slow motion, it just hit its number of 260. Yeah, 264, and right now it's all the way up to 268. How exciting is that? TTPH. Let's see. Let's put it up on the screen. This is the excitement for today. 3-cent move for crying out loud. Yes, sir. Yeah, we're doing good. TTPH. Here we go. Look at that. Let's look at that. Look at the volume surge in there. It's like 1,000 shares at least. Ugh. Terrible. Yeah, it's trading about 3,000 shares a minute, so, but that's so little. Such a little amount. Evoc got up to, on this one, $4 from the trigger of 391. Was that? Evoc was 392. 392 to $4. So we got a little win there, small win there. It's not under the trigger again, so you know it's not dead yet. Its next move that would be significant would be to get over 402. So you never know. This might happen. The excitement is killing me. Let's see. So here, oh, there we go. Look at Evoc going up to 405 right now. Let's pop that on the screen. Evoc, here we go. 405, and right now we're at 403. So we have 392 to 405. All right. Okay. Took an hour to get here. almost to the minute. Took an hour to get here, but we got here. High of 404 right now. If this could pop over 407, then it would be able to possibly get to 414. I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, 407 it needs to get to. Then it would have some room to 414 if it can get there. Again, it's all moving so slow today that you almost have to just take the little wins, take the little victories, and be happy with them. You know, that's retracing way back down to the trigger line at the moment. So if it runs back up again, I'm not in this one. I wish I was. I didn't. Yeah. Anyway, but I'm thinking if I'm in this one, if it gets up to 402 again, I'm probably out. The market's just not giving you a lot today. It's just not giving you a lot. It's just not worth hanging in there and hoping for a big mover because, you know, unless the SPY, you know, just rips it somehow, which, I don't know. I'd be shocked if it does because it hasn't moved off of almost zero all day as far as movement is concerned. Yeah, let's see. Let's see, what do we got here? What do we have here anyway? Yeah. What channel am I in here? Here we are. So this is where we opened up today. So we opened at 308.50 and right now we're at 308.95. The highest we went was like 309.57. So it's basically not moving. The pre-market high was 309.79. So this is why we are not seeing any excitement. This is it right here. You know, still trading, you know, plenty of shares like it always does, but we got nothing. Nothing. So some days I really hate that SPY. Other days it's so awesome, isn't it? EVOK. Yeah. EVOK. Alright, so looks like 405 maybe. Was that it? Was that it? Was that the big deal for today? I don't know. Or, you know, for this one anyway. I think that's it. Oh, 10:34. It's a few minutes past where I gotta get out. But I do have to get out. I made an announcement as far as no streaming. That was going to begin. Well, here's how it's going to end up. Because this seems to be a very fluid situation with the move. It changes minute to minute, it seems. But right now, we definitely are not streaming on this Friday, for sure. There is a possibility we'll be streaming Monday the 29th. Definitely not on the 30th, the 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Well, the 3rd, the market is closed. And most likely not the 6th. 100% will be back by the 7th. So we got some spotty stuff going on for the next week and a half, 10 days, 2 weeks, whatever it's going to be, you know. But, you know, we're going to be here today, tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. And then hopefully on the 7th, we're going to come back with our options master. Hopefully he's going to be able to join me. The technology part, you know, trying to work that out. of course. Um, but yeah, so we're going to be off for sure Friday the 26th. Tuesday the 30th, Wednesday the 1st, Thursday the 2nd, and then Friday the 3rd. And I would say count on Monday the 6th. And then we will be back for sure on this July the 7th, 7/7/20. We'll be back for sure. All right, now, possibility we may stream on the 29th. That may work, depending on how this whole move mess works out. So, but I can't promise it. Possible 29th. I'm just going to write that down so we don't forget. All right. And hopefully we get some better action days before then, because this sucks. This is terrible. I can't stand it. But there's not a whole lot. There's not a whole lot out there right now. So really not a whole lot out there to trade right now. So that's unfortunate. But some days it's what it is. Still no, let's see. Nope. Still no circuit breakers, nothing. So just a garbage day. Yeah, it is what it is. You know, if it's not a red day, it's a good day. So it's not a red day. I'm happy about that. I hope nobody had a red day. That would be bad. But I think, I gotta look at this. I gotta run this back one more time. EVOK, that was green. Huge was nothing. AMS was nothing. BYFC was good. That was a good one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so yeah, all right. 2 for 2 with 2 really nothings. 2 no triggers. So there you have it. There you have it. Oh, well. It is, how many straight green days we have now? 28. Yeah, 28 green days. Cool. All right. Well, that's pretty much it. And that's all I got for today, man. I'm sorry it's so dull and quiet, but I can control finding stocks. I can control finding triggers that I want to use to buy and sell and all that stuff, but I can't control the market. Can't control the market. And if the market isn't giving me anything, it's just not giving me anything. That's just what it is, unfortunately. So if it gives you nothing, if you can get out in the green or gray, which is no red or green, that's fine. Just try to get out as long as you're not in the red. That's the best way to be. And I think that's it. Swing trades, check. Yep, check. All right, got it all. So there we have it. It's all done. We're done for today. Again, I wish it was a better day, but we'll look for more tomorrow. You know, maybe tomorrow's really exciting. As of right now, the SPY is still almost at flat. So is the Dow. The Nasdaq's got a little bit of action, and the Qs are dead. I mean, so it's nothing. It's just nothing. I keep talking and thinking maybe, you know, any second it's gonna it's gonna explode and something great's gonna happen, but that's not gonna happen. So, all right. Listen, have a great day. Enjoy. I'll be back here tomorrow at 9, and we'll see if we can make something happen. And don't forget, Friday. Will not be here Friday for sure. All right? Have a good one. Oh, wait, before I go, Kay Kennedy, you were green? You were green for the day? I just noticed that. I was looking at the charts, staring at the charts a lot, and I didn't look at the chat. Oh, that's awesome. If you don't mind me asking, what were you green on? Which stock? AMS and BYFC. Nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. AMS, huh? Interesting. All right, well, that's awesome. That's really awesome. I'm glad to hear that. You were green. You put a smile on my face. That's great. That is great. You know, I was just feeling like it was such a dead, boring, garbage day, and then you tell me you're all green on 2 trades. That's a wonderful thing. That's great. All right, man. Oh, I'm so happy now. All right, I'm gonna go. I gotta click it off and get moving. My dogs are giving me the side eye, like, come on, let's go. We want to go out. So I gotta take care of that. Plus, I got a million things to do with this move going on. So, all right, man. Have a great day. I'll see you back here tomorrow. And congratulations on being green.